Disney may be getting rid of the Muppets following a new expansion and placement of Monstropolis at Disney Hollywood Studios. Yes! Yes! Burn! It's all of it! Hey guys, man, it's been a bit since I posted a Disney video. Who can say where the road goes? But man, is there a lot to cover, so let's sit back in our doom buggies and get started. Woo! There has been so many changes announced coming to the Disney parks, but in this video I'm focusing on Disney World, since that is my home park. Lots of these changes have me excited, some disappoint, and others I don't actually believe they will happen. Like the Spaceship Earth refurbishment. I absolutely love Spaceship Earth, but come on, that ride needs some TLC. Just leave my girl alone. She makes this ride for me, okay? That's when Sassy Chica would have banged her outfit. You know that there's a whole animatronic scene just chilling behind those black curtains in there as you descend back to Earth? Creepy? Creepy AF? Just let it happen. I mean, it's boring as heck going back down Earth anyway. Give me something to look at. That isn't this. And comes out looking like this half the time. Anyway, back on topic. Let's get on to what I think about these new developments. Dinoland USA! Dinoland is finally getting the axe, and the Tropical Americas is going to be born, featuring 2 new attractions and a carousel featuring Disney animal favorites. One attraction is going to be Encanto inspired, where you get to explore Antonio's room, and other Encanto favorites will show up. The other is going to be Indiana Jones ride, where you explore an ancient Mayan temple. While it will be similar to the Disneyland ride style, it's going to have an original story completely different from Disneyland. Okay, yeah, I dig it. I never liked Dinoland, to be completely honest. I know a lot of people who have an emotional connection to this place, but I always hated it. I know the whole Imagineered point to it was that it was a roadside stop attraction with dinosaurs and cheesy sayings, so it was supposed to be cheesy and fair-like, but I'm at freaking Disney World. I don't want to waltz around the corner to my hometown fair that I paid $5 to get into. It was lame to me then, and it's lame to me now. So I welcome the change. Encanto is awesome, and I'm pretty excited for this new ride. The only concern that I have is it seems like it's only going to explore Antonio's room. I'd like to be in a ride vehicle where you enter all the other rooms too, even ones we haven't seen, like what is Dolores' room like? She can hear from far away. What type of room would even be given to her? A silent panic room? I don't know, but I want to know. I think that would be more interesting rather than staying in Antonio's room only, but I get it. It's Animal Kingdom and he has animals, but I hope there's more to it than that. As long as we talk about that Bruno though. I know, I'm sorry. I don't have a strong opinion on Indiana Jones. I'm just so glad Dinosaur is gone. The ride made me sick and the lights hurt my eyes. I'm an epileptic though, so yeah. It really hurt my eyes. And it was just a former shell of itself anyway. No animatronics moved anymore. A bunch of them were gone. I mean, just trash it. I've been saying that for years. Now they finally are. I rode the Indiana Jones ride in Disneyland, and I thought it was cool. I enjoyed the show in Hollywood Studios. My dad liked Indiana Jones. I mean, it's cool, I'll ride it. I'm just not a huge Indiana Jones fan, but I'm happy it's taken the place of Dinosaur. Woo! Knock that back into extinction! Right? Okay, I'll stop now. Then what I'm super excited about is Zootopia. Better Zoogether. What a name. That will be taking over It's Tough to Be a Bug. Thank God, the theater is so old. My kid self was traumatized in there. Hopper is a wonderful animatronic, by the way, though. But I love me some Zootopia, and to get a Clawhauser animatronic, heck yeah! All the description that you have is that you'll be visiting the different biomes in Zootopia. That seems pretty awesome, and I'm sure will be pretty funny too. I'm not quite sure what they will be doing with it, but nonetheless, I'm pretty stoked about this one. No more bugs bumping my butt anymore. Now to head over to Magic Kingdom here, 2 brand new lands are launching. One is Cars Land over in Frontierland, and the villains are getting their own land behind all that. Then a new nighttime parade that is way overdue called Disney Starlight will be making its way. Let's start with Cars Land. If I didn't have kids, I wouldn't be too happy about this one, honestly, because I wouldn't give a flying piston cup about this movie. Obviously, I'm too old and decrepit for this movie to hit home for me, but it was aimed for young kids that like cars. Always a win, right? I mean, my sons love it. That's the only reason I like it now, just because of the happy little faces I see from them. I mean, we went to Disney World this past summer and stayed at the Art of Animation. They have a whole Cars wing there. Their faces, yes, even Jujubee, were in amazement by all the car statues and traffic cones. They loved it. KB also saw a video on Disneyland and saw that they have Cars Land there and was pretty bummed to learn it wasn't in Disney World. Now there will be one, but from what I understand, it's not going to be a carbon copy of Cars Land at Disneyland. They have a Radiator Springs. We are getting something all new and imagined here. I was guessing it had to do with the Florida 500 and maybe the Cars base from the movie since Disney World is in Florida. But the art here is proving me wrong. Looks like it's Radiator Springs still, but maybe just with different attractions. Makes sense. I mean, I would want to see Radiator Springs, not the fancy car studio. That's what the kids want to see. Radiator Springs, that is. So maybe that's what they meant. New, but not a carbon copy, because there are 2 new rides. One is a race, which obviously, need that. Through the mountains like in the movie, and the other one is geared towards families. Just another fancy way of Imagineering saying, I don't know, but it's coming, and it will be great. Hopefully, we have a somewhat good track record. Yeah, I said I don't like this ride. It's boring and it's short as heck for a long line. Only thing worth it is the animatronic at the end. She's mad cool, but then it's over after that. The heck, I waited an hour for that. I'm not much of an Avatar fan anyway. I know a lot of people ain't too happy about the addition of Cars Land, but for the kids it's great. It sucks that the steamboat is being taken out. It's definitely a great focal point in Magic Kingdom, but let's be real. No one really rode on it anyway. The little stuff you saw along the ride was way outdated. The boat itself is amazing, but that's about it. Tom Sawyer Island, goodbye. Don't care. Don't want to play on it. In the hot Florida heat? Nah, you act sad, but when have you been there last, huh? Don't lie to me.
Yay. Yay.
So I welcome it, but if I didn't have kids, I'd probably be like, the heck, that ain't what I want. Now, onto everyone's very hyped favorites, Villains Land. There are 2 major attractions coming to it. What it is, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping the focal point of this land will be Maleficent's castle. Seeing by the art, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna get. Seeing as how they stated it will be a dark and thorny land and Maleficent is seen as the ultimate evil Disney character, so yeah, makes sense. As for rides, it'd be cool if we take on the role as a hero, going through different scenes, trying to beat all different types of Disney villains. Kingdom Hearts style.
Yuck.
Though obviously that ain't gonna happen, but a ride with Disney villains all together would be pretty awesome. I'm sure they're going to put a character dining spot here. I'd be first in line, no doubt. This is something people wanted for ages, and I wasn't sure that they were ever gonna do it because people spend the big bucks to go to Mickey's Booty You Halloween Party, where they see the rare Disney villains. Now they would just be conveniently seen in Magic Kingdom, so I thought they'd be like, no, that's our moneymaker. But I guess they finally realized it'd draw in more crowds, especially since that little Disney annoyance down the road is stepping up its game. I'm most excited about how they are going to morph the Disney villains into the one land where it represents a lot of them. What I really would love to see, which would never happen, because of course it's not supposed to be seen as evil, is Notre Dame. Just because I absolutely love Frollo, that crazy, sadistic, creepy creepy man. I can't wait to see some concept art on the attractions being put there. But I'm also holding my breath because they've been saying they were going to put something beyond Big Thunder Mountain Railroad for a while now. In my gut, I just feel like they won't actually go through with this one since it's something I and fans have wanted for quite some time, but I'll hold out hope and I'll start clapping my hands when ground breaks over there. Epcot has Test Track being rethemed again. It's going to feature the World of Motion, which is pretty awesome. I sadly never got to ride World of Motion. I've seen a few grainy videos of it. There's a lot of hype over this ride, so I'd like to see what's so special about it through this retheme. I like me some Test Track. The last reimagining of it sucked though. I'd much rather be a crash test dummy. That one was a little more exciting. Wonder how World of Motion will transfer over to Test Track though. What exactly would be the storyline? I'm not sure, but excited to see it. Now to get on to the next parts, which is probably why you clicked on this video in the first place. Monstropolis is coming to Hollywood Studios. I like me some Monsters, Inc. I was excited to hear this news. A new coaster? And it goes through the door vault? How can that be? Finally, a ride that was literally given to them in a movie that they actually went for. Unlike a coaster from Tarzan where you can swing on the vines, or the one everyone wants.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Well, I guess we can put one in the book. The controversy isn't really the land itself, it's the placement of the land. So we don't really know where this land is going. People speculate that it's either going to go in the area where Star Wars Launch Bay is in, that little Disney Junior area, which by all means, knock that sucker down and get monsters in there. I always thought it was weird for it to be there when we literally have a Star Wars themed area now. Plus it's located in the Disney Junior area nonetheless, so putting an actual land there with all the space definitely works. But it's also being speculated that it's going to take the place of the Muppets. I love the Muppets. Absolutely love them. Disney has been doing them so wrong. They need better. They need a better presence in the parks. Everything needs an overhaul over here for sure. Look, I don't want Muppets to be taken away. I'd be sad the whole area would be demolished for Monsters, Inc. to come in, but I mean, Every time I go to the Muppets area on vacations, it's pretty empty except for the tired family sitting around the fountain or trying to play in the fountain. Yeah, don't do that. Muppets Vision 3D is always a walk-on. Like, it was cute for a while, but I'm sorry, it's dated. It could be so much more now. I get the sentimentality behind it. It was Jim Henson's last project he worked on. It's special. It holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts. I get that. I do. But it's old, and it's not holding the crowds anymore. Best we can do is put that show in the Disney archives or somewhere it can be shown for all its glory. But I really think it needs to go. I only go in there to cool off. Now this is from someone who loves the Muppets, yet this show is so old and boring. The Muppets can do so much more. Plus, the area isn't really taken care of. The store hasn't even been opened in eons. It's just rotting away there. Then you have Pizza Rizzo across the way. It's a pretty big nothing burger in the Muppets section. I'd be all in favor if they just closed down the area to reimagine the Muppets land. They deserve more than this really drab, rundown, boring area that looks like it hasn't been touched in a millennia. Even if Monsters doesn't take the space and it remains the Muppets, what are they doing with it? The Muppet store isn't open. Pizza Rizzo is just kinda gross. The area is basically a walkthrough to get to Mama Melrose's. I don't know. I'd be sad that the Monsters would go there, but also not. I mean, it would mean all Muppet entertainment would be extinct in the parks, and that's not what I want, but I also don't want this drab, burned out Muppets area to continue on the wayside to Star Wars in the dust. It's a shame, really. I think we all need to embrace change and welcome a new retheme to the area without Muppet Vision 3D. Confirmed. Whoa. It has been confirmed. Well, I'm pretty excited for the change, but I don't know about the change to Muppets from Aerosmith for Rock and Roller Coaster. Like, I definitely agree that the ride needs some major updating. It's old, but I was hoping they'd put in Powerline from Goofy Movie. Not gonna lie, that would be pretty sweet. If we listen to each other's hearts, we'll find we're never too far apart. And I'm also just a huge fan of the Goofy movie in general. Give me my 90s back. But besides the point, I can definitely see how Muppets can be a good place filler because they have a whole catalog of music to go off of, especially since they will most likely, seeing also from the photograph, use the Muppets band Electric Mayhem as the stars for the show. I mean, it's just, in my opinion. I don't have strong opinions on it. I wasn't attached to Rock and Roller Coaster in the first place, since it's not my type of ride. Hooray! Woohoo! Yay! But I will miss hearing I Don't Want to Miss a Thing while walking over there, since it's Chummy Bee and I's wedding song. But I'll just wait and see what happens. Well, that's my opinions, and I can't wait to see what's in store for the future of Walt Disney World. Do you have any favorites coming up? Any disagreements with me? What are you hoping for? Any type of discussion you want to start, let's start it down in the comments, because I'd really like to see what you guys are thinking in terms of the new Walt Disney World news. Are you overall hyped? Or nah? Oh, and if you're wondering why I didn't mention any of the Star Wars stuff, the reason for this is...